Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think Toronto is still undervalued?
I do. Like it is, it's not, people keep saying, how can things keep getting more expensive? How can things keep getting more expensive? But when you look at other, world-class cities, we're much lower than them. We're much more accessible. Millennials still can buy in Toronto. It's a lot harder to buy in Manhattan as a millennial.
Right. Or Tokyo,
Or
London.
or
Yeah.
London, and in those cities, like property ownership isn't part of, people's mindset. It's for, unfortunately, like you have to inherit property in some of those cities. Like it's just a lot harder to get
Right.
into, and you have more renters, it's just more part of the culture. Whereas, the Canadian dream involves home ownership. And it's something that's been really central to all the federal governments that we've had in the last 20 years, are really pushing for home ownership and fighting for that dream that they feel is slipping away. So yeah, I mean, now is a great time to get in. I think in 20 years, it's going to be difficult for people out of university to get into a property. In 5 years. Like that is, I do think property is going to continue to go up and up, and we're just going to change and evolve into the world-class city that we are.
Right. Well,
Right?
you know what? It's like the investment market too, right? People say to me, oh, it goes up, it goes down, I can't stomach it. At the end of the day, it really only matters when you sell, right? So even if you buy a house today at $1 million or 500,000 or whatever, and the market does crash, let's say we go through, God forbid, a fourth wave, or something happens and prices tumble. I mean, if your house went from 1 million to 700,000, doesn't mean you're going to panic and sell it. You're just going to be like, whatever, I have my house, I'll make my mortgage payments, and then it'll recover, it'll go back up, and eventually it'll be more than what I paid for it. So, the ideology that, there's a bubble, there's a crash, Toronto, Vancouver, these are world-class cities, even Montreal, it's going to take a special kind of person to be able to afford and to buy in there. But again, Manhattan, Tokyo, London, Paris, New York, LA, Chicago, Miami, it's all the same, right? It's not that different. So,
well, thanks so much for watching. It's been a pleasure being on Behind the Vault. You can find all of the links below. You can follow me on Instagram at Alexandra Cote and at thefoxteam.ca. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Behind the Vault.